Hey guys, welcome to Farming Simulator 19 on Greenwich Valley Farm. So, we're on this map. I tried to record this video twice yesterday, and for whatever reason I ran into FPS issues. No rhyme or reason for it. I went through several different things I know to look through to figure it out, and it just kept on cropping up, like 10 to 11 minutes into the video. So I'm not too sure what the issue was. I'm going to keep an eye on it today. You'll see me with the FPS up in the top there. Every once in a while I will pull it up and double check if I feel stuff's getting a little bit funky. He managed to stream with no issues yesterday, so it really points down to the fact I think it was more a OBS issue going on for whatever reason, even after 2 restarts. So I really don't know what happened. I could sit here and speculate. It's this, it's that, it's this, it's more that. I don't know. It was definitely something to do with Farming Simulator on OBS, not Jalen, which has happened in the past. But I streamed okay, so obviously it wasn't the game. And I did a test recording last night when I was on TeamSpeak with Rainbow Dave and Sim, and it ended up being like 22 minutes long and 0 issues of me doing extra stuff on the map. So again, I'm at a loss on that one, so we'll hide the FPS for now. I fast forwarded so we can get this field harvested, which is our first field of canola. Our other 2 fields have been planted, and it looks like they're starting to sprout crop already, which I'm not too surprised with. So we'll concentrate on this field for sure today and get it set up. So we have the OSR knives on. Should be good there. Unfold it. Well, we'll see if it's something to do with the harvester too, because it was around the time I was harvesting it was dying, but again, I doubt it because I had 2 videos and a live stream the day before. Well, yeah, basically the day before it all kicked off with no issues, so I do not think it was that. And for anyone wondering what I ended up doing, because they don't see much progress, I ended up doing a contract mission. It was cultivating, I think like field 7 or something along those lines, with, ended up being a Magnum. And I must say, Magnum is actually kind of a nice tractor. Not my type of machine by any means. I've just never been a fan of that type of tractor. Obviously, IRL, they're probably absolutely amazing tractors along with the T8s because they're damn near the same. But in game, nah, not the type of machine for me. So after we've done this, more than likely we'll end up possibly selling off some of our grain to see what money we can make. Now I'm in really 2 minds on what to do with this profile. I need to get in touch with Green Bale there and find out if he's planning on doing a convert for seasons. If he is, then I'm probably going to hold off on animals, because there's no sense just doing them twice. That being said, I know you can copy across your vehicles and all of that stuff, so that doesn't bother me, but with seasons, getting animals and getting ready for animals obviously is going to take a lot longer and a lot more planning than just coming into the game going, I'm going to do animals today, plant crop, harvest crop, and silage. It's going to take a bit. And it may even take a few fields of silage. I don't know. But I definitely think this is the map, or one of the maps that I definitely want to run out a season series on, for sure. Oxygen David announced in my live stream yesterday that Oakfield will be converted very quick, if not the day of release for season, so it should be out the same time, hopefully, fingers crossed. We don't know, but that's what we're hoping for. So he announced that in the stream the other day. It's something that I've known about for a little while now. He also announced that he was one of the testers. Again, it's something I've known about for quite a while. But I keep that stuff obviously away from YouTube because I'm not gonna break someone's trust like that. With info he's told me, and he said a lot about seasons beforehand, and I've been looking forward to it. The blog post that they put up recently obviously threw a whole different light on what they're doing. Something that I may end up doing is breaking out the old combine too. I don't think we've used that yet on the farm. Now, I have been very tempted to do a corn harvest. I'm really sort of itching at doing some corn with combine, not silage or anything. I'm up in the air what I want to do with the cows now. I've got some of the bales down there, granted, but I don't know what I want to do with them. I'm definitely thinking about a corn harvest, which we'll need to get the seeder for. It's just made me thought, if you put bags of seed into the seeder from the pallets, do you get a big bag back or do you get a pallet back? Probably a big bag, knowing the game, because the pallet's brand new, so probably that. I'm really hoping today that we have zero issues, because my heart did sink yesterday when I kept on getting these weird issues cropping up. Not fun when that stuff happens. I'm almost tempted to blip over to Courseplay too, so we can bring the 78 in. We've got the 78 back up in the main farm too. I also got rid of the Sintrack as well. That was only a one-off, I wasn't keeping that around. The MB track I'm likely to keep. It's a really nice tractor, I quite like that quite a bit. We've got the Case Pro in the shed, which comes with the map. I may get rid of that and just get rid of the money for it as well. I don't know yet on that one. The one thing that does wind me up with the MB track is the hitch on it. The rear hitch for trailers and stuff like that is so high, I don't think it's adjustable neither. So a lot of stuff it just cannot haul properly. Now, if it was a dolly system trailer, obviously the hitch can move up and down at that point. The actual hitch is hooked to the front dolly of the trailer, so that's okay. But any normal conventional trailers is a pain in the ass. It really is. What I'll do is we'll go for one full tank and then I'll throw Courseplay on it. It shouldn't matter too much, and it'll be doing another headlander after this. So something I talked about in yesterday's live stream. Yesterday's live stream? No, this is Thursday's. It would have been Tuesday's live stream. And I can't remember if I've spoken about it yet. And that was the picture. I wouldn't say it was a leak because it wasn't. Well, maybe it was, but anyway. That got put up on the Giants Discord when I was away. Rainbow Dave put it into the group chat with me and Simulating. And that was a Samson slurry tank. I believe that's how you pronounce it, maybe a different pronunciation. Same brand that we have in game already. But it was a gooseneck version, which appears to be for a Class Zerion. We don't have a Class Zerion in the game yet, and ArtStation does work for Giants for DLCs and the game. Or some of the guys on there do work for Giants and the game. Yeah. Anybody say Class maybe coming to the game? I know something that we've been talking about of late, but yeah, you've really got to wonder now if they're going to put a couple of Class tractors in at FarmCon. Or part of the Platinum. Like, seeing that, that's just the icing on the cake right there. Knowing that's probably coming. And it was the picture, if I remember, I'll put it in at some point, but I'll probably forget. I will warn you. more than likely confirmed, possibly class. It really has. But there is no confirmation. I want to make that very clear. I know it's one thing that pisses me off with some people, is they hear what they want to hear. And, confirmation, class, oh my god, it's coming. No, it's a possibility confirmation. Not, they just hear what they want to hear, and you see so many people go into the streams and go, oh, Silver said this, so it's happening. And I go back and actually watch Silver's video and listen to what he says. It's completely the opposite of what he's actually said. It just drives me up the wall. And I've seen people that should know better, that are adults, that are moderators in plenty of places, at Giants and other places, take it way out of proportion as well. It's just like, oh, come on now. Come on now. You should know better than that. Listen to what's being said. Or to try to get the poor guy in trouble. Ridiculous. With Giants. Absolutely ridiculous at times. But that's another story and drama that I am not going to get into by any shape or form. So, we are on field 41. Do that. Yeah, and we're just crossing over onto that beautiful. Alright, we'll run over and, well, we'll tab over and get into this, but I want to put on the other beastie. Oh, this. I've been working on getting the sounds less squeaky. This thing has two sounds, the engine load sound and the run sound, which both have the squeakiness of the tracks in. It's driving me up the frickin' wall because you can't turn one down or the other because it just doesn't sound good at all. So I think I've got a balance right now. I'll test that during the stream today more than likely and see what people think, but I don't know, short of putting a completely different run sound in it, I was just taken off without the trailer. GG. Yeah, short of putting a completely different run sound in it, load sounds, and really changing up everything to do with it, so putting a whole new sound profile in it, I don't know what to do. Because the squeakiness is just, I know it's probably impossibly legit, but it's just obnoxious. It really, really is. Oh, and another thing, I was just thinking of obnoxious that made me crack up there. When I was away, I saw a comment, and you know it's going to be good when I say something along those lines. And I wasn't responding to a lot of comments when I was away. What's new there? But this one I had to, and they were, I think it was one of the, either Oxy's map or Matt's Ford. I think it was Matt's Ford for the mod contest video. And he was complaining about my microphone and the background noise. Well, the microphone I've used for quite some time now is a Blue Yeti, blacked out edition. Hands down, fantastic mic for YouTubers, streamers, stuff like that. Relatively inexpensive, USB, you don't need high-end cables and stuff like that. You don't need a Rode mic setup. You're streaming, you're doing content. Like, it's YouTube. It's gaming. It doesn't need to be high-end. I don't care what people say. It really doesn't need to be that high-end. And he was complaining about background noise. And you need to get a better mic. And he's the first person that's complained in years. And yes, if you listen carefully in dead air, like I'll just do right now, you'll be able to hear the fan noises from my laptop. Because unfortunately, my mic boom, my shock mount is in the UK. And it's just like, it's YouTube, bud. It's not TV. If you're expecting TV quality or movie quality audio that's properly mixed and all of that good stuff, watch TV, not YouTube. Now I know there's some people on YouTube that really strive for that, and it is amazing content, don't get me wrong. But this is me just doing it for fun. If it gets too much into that type of stuff, I'm tapping out. I'm done. I've lost interest. It's just, it's crazy to me. It really is. You're gonna get that picky on sound. Now, I could understand if the mic sounded like crap and it wasn't clear, and it wasn't crisp, and that type of stuff. But background noise, I'm doing this in the spare room of the house. This ain't no studio. It's not got no soundproof, and you're gonna hear background noise. If the next door neighbours want to fire up their lawnmower, guess what? You're gonna hear that. If a Harley Davidson goes by with straight open exhausts, which quite often happens, it used to when I was in the front of the house in the spare room before we moved our bedroom into that room, guess what? You hear it. It's real life. Just mind boggles me, some people, that type of stuff. It really does. It's kind of funny. Okay, so back onto this. Oh, and another comment I saw. I'm on the comment tangent right now. Was when I was loading up the pallets. What are you doing? What was that doing? That completely lost me there. Anyway, another comment that I saw once I get back on this track was someone complaining 4 minutes of stacking pallets. Great video or something along those lines. It's like, bud, it's farming. I must have missed the memo saying that farming's actually fast. Yeah, this would be the crossover right here. It's stuff like that that really doesn't get to me as much as just sit back and laugh. Like, yes, okay, stuff like that, should I be fast timing in the video editing? More than likely, yeah. I completely acknowledge that. At the same time, though, what is going on there? Oh, we'll get back to it. It's farming. I mean, there's nothing about farming that's quick at all. And I just realised we're 17 minutes in and I've not had any FPS issues. Hallelujah. And you get some of those comments, you just have to face palm and just shake your head like, why, oh, why are you watching farming content if you know it's going to be slow and drawn out? I've always mulled over the idea of doing a series like Dino and George Saunders and even Johnny 1388 there on a map where I'll play it off camera and come back to it when I'm doing stuff that's interesting or when I can and when I'm in the mood to. Just kind of running a channel or a series like those guys. Now bear in mind, they work on a farm IRL. They only do content when they can and when it's not stupidly busy, or if it's like a lot of GoPro action and stuff like that. I've always sort of mulled over that idea, especially with seasons. I think it would be a really cool way of doing it. But I would need to have probably, I like having at least 2 other maps, so I'd need a third map that I really gel with, and as of right now, there ain't nothing that I really gel with. Like this and Oakfield is it. Meadow Grove I do enjoy. Don't get me wrong there. But I've not gelled with it the same as I did this, straight off the hop. So I'm jumping in this so you guys can hear the sounds. And let me know what you think about the sounds on this one, now I've tweaked them. So what I've done is I've turned them both down, the engine load and the engine run. Now what I'm very tempted to do is, when I'm in cab, really have them turned down. I may even go into Audacity or have a word with someone that I know is very, very good with audio and see if they can completely take out the squeaks. which in Audacity makes it relatively easy. I don't mind one of them having the squeaks, so like the engine load, having the squeaks on it, but the normal run sound I feel really shouldn't have the squeak. Just back that in. So let me know how that comes across on the video. Hopefully it's not too overpowering. It's definitely way mellower than it was. Well, anything's more mellower than that thing was. It was, yeah, it was brutal. Absolutely brutal. So we've got 2 pallets of seed there, which should do us. It's probably half full still. We could roll down and actually set that thing up with the cultivator now and go into that field. Or get ready to go into the field, at least. So I'll go do that now. Now this thing, I've got a question. Why does it have indicators when it's a metal tracked machine? It's never going to go on the road. Unless there's a lot of dirt roads where it was aimed at being sold. I don't know. I'm hoping we'll get an update to this once the competition's over, as well, the indicators are foobarred on it. They don't work properly. Again, probably relatively easy to fix. And I'm hoping they do adjust the sounds so it's not so unbearable. In the middle of that field's done. But overall, I like this tractor. You guys know I love the crawler tractor stuff in the first place, so win-win for me, really. I'll bump up our cruise control and just put that on so I don't need to kill my finger there. Now, tomorrow's video is more than likely going to be Oakfield. Not 100% on that. We will have to wait and see what I'm in the mood for. Anyway, Oakfield for me right now is just meh. This map has 100% of my attention. I'm really enjoying it. You guys seem to be enjoying the map. Everyone that I've seen that has commented about this map has actually really jowled with it and really enjoying it. I still cannot believe Green Bale, for his first ever map, has just absolutely knocked this out of the ballpark. I hope he does more stuff. I hope he gets this on fully tested up on the mod hub. Again, I see comments quite often asking, is it coming to console, and I just don't know at this point. It's, with all the brands that it's got in the game, not agricultural brands, shop brands, stuff like that, I don't know how much of a pain in the ass, it's going to be a pain in the ass to remove all of them first and foremost, but I don't know how much of the realistic feel of the towns it will take away, and whether that will really destroy what he's created. Having the KFC, having Boots, having Spa, having the fuel station there, I can't remember what brand that is, but they're all real areas, real shops for the most part, and taking them away from the game and the map, I don't know, I just don't think it will be the same. So I'm hoping he doesn't, or he can do it in a way where PC has one version and console has another with it stripped out, maybe. I don't know how it'll work. I know he was going to get in contact with Giants to ask about that stuff and what needs to be done there. Obviously, it's blatantly obvious it's going to have to get removed, but we don't know. We straight up just don't know if it's going to come to console. Bottom line, he's expressed, and this is how I do the diplomatic response to those comments, he has expressed interest to bring it to console. Will it or not, I don't know. I hope it does, for your guys' sake, because it is a fantastic map. I think this will be a fantastic map for Seasons too, actually. Alright, this thing's got to be... I wish it actually went around properly, but it didn't. You know, I'm going to stop it here and see if I can get it actually to go around. Because that's going to wind the hell out of me. And at this moment in time, I'm sat there going, why the hell didn't I just turn around and drive it up here? Oh well. Recording this and probably go figure out what the hell I'm going to have for lunch. I have no idea. Nearest waypoint. Yeah, nearest waypoint drive course. Why is it treating that as a transfer course? It's not. We get it set up to maybe the second headland. It's stuff like this you got to figure out what on earth's going on here, cosplay. I'm seeing lots of pictures of the 7810s floating around, real 7810s floating around on the on our Facebook actually of late, and it's they're such a beautiful tractor. There we go. I don't know what's about them. I don't know why I like these so much. But I do. I'd love to get some models of them. Or a model of them. But getting decent, proper farm models, they're expensive. There's a John Deere RX I would absolutely love to get a real big model of it. You can open up the bonnet, hood, whatever you want to call it. I think the lights come on. It's a really nice model, and that thing's up there in price. I've seen YouTube videos on it, and it's just love at first sight as far as models go. I used to have a lot of the Britain's toys, if any of you from the UK will know what they are. I know I think they're still made, but I don't think they're in the same caliber as they used to be by any means. But I had a lot of those. Granted, I played with them, so they're dinged up. I actually have a John Deere, and I want to say, and I really cannot remember, it's either a John Deere 7530 or a 6920 or 6930, one of those. It was a John Deere Britain's Earl model with a front loader. I have that. That's a fairly large model. I'd love to get that out from the attic back in the UK and get that here, just to have a model, sort of little man cave corner setup. That'd be kind of cool. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll probably end it once that thing is full here. Finishing it off on stream, get this seeded and fertilized and all that good stuff. Shouldn't need ploughing, and I'm definitely going to mull over the idea of possibly corn. There's over two. The other two fields are both wheats. These I was going to do as barley, but I really want to do some corn. I don't know why, but I'm in the mood to do some corn harvests. I'll stop that. And the only reason I did that is cosplay right now just used to be able to stop it fairly easily. Now it seems to just really want to run you over big time. Love the Bruin trailer here. The CD has done a good job on it, really. I don't think there was much to change other than running off the model way you already had. I've seen a few people ask, why can't the Bruins come to console? Simple reason. Unfortunately now, Giants have to hold the license for brands and stuff like that coming into the game, not the modder for console. Some of you may be saying at that point, why do Giants keep on changing stuff like that? I don't think it's Giants. From everything I've heard and understand, the biggest reason for consoles getting shafted 9 times out of 10 for mods, sit down here, Sony. Microsoft are actually fairly open about it from what thing I've been hearing, and it's not just Giants have said this. Actually, Giants haven't said this. It's people in the community that have heard that from that have actually been to Giants, been in the offices. So you guys know who that is. That's where it's come from. So it has come from Giants, but indirectly. Now, some games have had scripts on there on PlayStation. Bethesda. Why did they get scripts and all that good stuff? They turned around to Sony and went, okay, if you're going to be like that, Microsoft's going to be okay with it. We'll take all of the mods and we want you to remove all of the mods for our game off of your system. To that, Sony turned around and went, yeah, okay, that'll cause a lot of backlash. Okay, yep, you can have scripts on. Giants aren't that big, they can't get away with doing that, they'll get laughed at. So, that's the way the cookie crumbles on that one. Unfortunately. And as I'm taking this photo right now, I realise I've taken so many screenshots of this damn thing for thumbnails, it's ridiculous. I wonder how many I've actually taken now. Anyway, hope you guys have enjoyed. We'll be back tomorrow on a map. I don't know what map it is. I'll probably end up recording it straight after this one. I don't know. It seems like we've had 0 issues FPS. Spot on. So until next time, hope you guys enjoyed. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Later.